I've heard this said more in North America, this, and do let me know in the comments underneath whether you use this, but in Britain we don't tend to say this night. We say this evening about the evening that you've just had, if it's like midnight, hey, this evening was lovely, thank you very much. Or in the middle of the day, hey, this evening I'm going for dinner. We don't really say, I slept well this night, in Britain. If you're a user of that in America, great, it's the same in French. Cette nuit would be the night that's just gone. Lovely. Anything you need to be extrapolating? What's the phrase abroad? À l'étranger. Say it in a phrase. I'm going abroad. Je vais à l'étranger. Okay? Étant plus past tense has given you a model. So do me a few more. Having spoken. Ayant parlé. Don't forget après avoir parlé as well, but I'm just saying that one is another one you can do. What's the verb to get online? Se connecter. Don't fail to notice. It's reflexive, all right? Lovely. All right, just 1 second. I'm just telling somebody I'm going to be a little bit longer. Because I want to get these done. There we go. Lovely. Let me just send it again. It's not gone. Oh, 1 second, Jim. There we go. Well, if he rings, I'll let him know. I could just type it here. That would be logical. Je pourrais le taper là, ça sera plus logique. 1 second, un instant. Lovely. There we go. So back to the text that we're doing here. So so he's the passive there. Abroad, à l'étranger. How to say having? Yeah. Se connectate for to get online. Pour plus a verb, in order to. Pour plus a verb. Problem, the code, celui, the one. The one that. So that's a fantastic video and I strongly recommend you watch it. The one that talks about all the different ways of saying the one. Yeah, celui or celle. So in the case of video, which is feminine, the one which talks about celle qui parle. Okay? I went swimming in a lake this morning and it's given me very shiny hair but very flat hair. Lovely. Un style original, the next one. Aujourd'hui, maman allaitante, je suis sortie de chez moi avec mon t-shirt d'allaitement ouvert et mon sein à l'air. So, allaiter. So what trick did I say? Look at the word. Is there a word you know in the middle of the word allaitante or allaiter? Is there a word you know? Look at the L. L-A-I-T. What is le lait or du lait? Milk. So allaiter is the verb to produce milk. In other words, to breastfeed. Yeah? So an original style. Today, I'm a breastfeeding mother. Je suis sortie de chez moi. I came out of my house. Notice it. Je suis sortie de. Yeah? With my breastfeeding t-shirt. So the ones with little patches that you can open. Open. And my breast exposed to the air. Yeah? Notice the word for breast, mon sein. Like the word for Seine, the river in the middle of Paris. But sein. Alright? Lovely. Le sens de la formule. Aujourd'hui, à une soirée entre amis, malgré mes efforts, mes 4 enfants sont un peu agités. Un convive m'a dit que je devrais arrêter de pendre des petits connards à la chaîne. Aujourd'hui, à une soirée entre amis, malgré mes efforts, mes 4 enfants. So notice, entre amis, 4 enfants. When you've got a word which ends with the r sound, you will link it if you've got a vowel word next. Sont un peu agités. Un convive m'a dit que je devrais arrêter de pendre des petits connards à la chaîne. For those of you that are trying to crack down the vowels. So today, at an evening do between friends, despite my efforts, my 4 kids are a little bit agitated, shaken up. Somebody we live with in the same building, un convive, con and live with, con vivre, okay? Said to me that I should stop. Now, pondre is the verb to lay, like a hen laying eggs. So basically, I should stop I should stop shooting out little shits à la chaîne, basically like a conveyor belt. Yeah, so basically I want to stop producing little shits, you know, automatically. What a lovely friend. Courant chaud, a warm current, courant chaud. Aujourd'hui en Espagne, je me baigne à la piscine à côté d'un père et son fils. À un moment, le père dit à son fils, está pisando, je ne parle pas espagnol, mais je vais quand même m'écarter. Warm current. Today in Spain, so remind yourself, what's the preposition used for in Spain? En Espagne. Je me baigne, what's the verb to bathe? Se baigner, it's reflexive. In the swimming pool, what's the preposition being used? Would you have known the word piscine? Probably. Would you have managed à la piscine, or would you have tried to say dans la piscine? So look at the French that's used and make it yours. À côté d'un père, next to a father and his son. At a moment, meaning at a given moment, at one point, the father says to his son, está pisando. To be honest with you, the father would not say that. The father would say estás, because if he was speaking to his son, he would not use usted with his son. So this person doesn't speak Spanish. And pisando is a really vulgar word. Yeah, you say like meando or something like that. So, je ne parle pas espagnol. Strictly speaking, je ne parle pas l'espagnol. You should really have a the in it if you're talking about the capacity to speak rather than the ability to speak, rather than whether or not you're speaking. So that gets confused in French quite a lot. I speak French. Moi, je parle français, meaning my ability to speak French. I speak French with my mother. Je parle français avec ma mère. When I see my mother, I speak French. Okay. Lovely. So I don't speak Spanish, but I'm going all the same to distance myself, m'écarter. What's the verb to distance yourself? What's the verb to pull away? You would see that on the Google Translate. Straight away. What would be I did that in the past? Je me suis écarté. What would be he's going to pull himself away? Il va s'écarter. All right? What was the compound for at a given moment? À un moment. All right? Where are we? Art primaire. Aujourd'hui, ma fille de 4 ans, se fait caricaturer par un artiste de rue. À la fin, il lui tend le chef-d'œuvre en noir et blanc. Elle le prend, le regarde et lui lance. C'est pas grave, je finirai de le colorer à la maison. So today, my 4-year-old daughter, se fait plus verb. There you go, another passive, another get. Gets caricatured, or is getting caricatured by an artist. In other words, is having her portrait painted or sketched, I'd imagine, by an artist, a street artist. At the end, à la fin, notice with capitals you do not always need an accent. So à normally would be à la fin, but here you don't need the accent. You can write a capital with an accent, but you don't have to. Il lui tend, so he gives the masterpiece to her. He offers to tendre le bras. You might have come across the verb to relax, détendre, untense. So to tense the arm, this might confuse you because tensing the arm is normally like that way, isn't it? But in French, tendre le bras, détends, soft, relax. Détends-toi, relax. So he extends his arm, he extends the masterpiece to her in black and white. She takes it, looks at it, look at the pronoun, and says to him, and throws out to him. We use lancer all the time as another way of saying say. As in just, it's a way like says, just a quick way, literally throws out. It's not serious. I will finish it. I will finish colouring it at home. All right? Aujourd'hui, présentation, vanille chocolat. Aujourd'hui, présentation graphique très importante devant mes collègues. Grosse diarrhée, pantalon blanc. Blech. Vanilla and chocolate. I'm thinking of the song in Chocolate and Vanilla in Orange is the New Black. If you know what I'm on about, please write underneath. If you don't know, YouTube it. Today, visual presentation, very important in front of my colleagues. Massive diarrhea, white pants, white trousers. Oh dear. Amant ambitieux. Ambitious lover. Amant was one of the words that I had in my friends and relatives video that's just gone up this week. So aujourd'hui, après une soirée à flirter avec un homme, nous allons chez lui, nous commençons sur le canapé, mais je lui dis que je serais plus à l'aise dans un lit. Sa réponse, mais dans le lit, il y a ma femme. So today at an evening of flirting with a man. So here the word soirée is like an evening rather than a party. We go to his house. We start on the sofa, on the the canapé, on the canapé. But I say to him, je lui dis that I would be. Notice the letter S, not je serais with an AI. I would be more comfortable, more at ease. What's the compound you should be taking? Être à l'aise in a bed. His response, but in the bed there's my wife. My wife's in the bed. So basically, he's making out with somebody while his wife's there. Lovely. So the verb that we need to use there is je serais, I would be. So give yourself some other sentences. If you did this, I would do this. Whatever. Create some other sentences. Le monde est petit. Aujourd'hui, ça fait un an que je me suis fait voler mon vélo dans le local à vélo de mon immeuble. Depuis, j'ai déménagé dans un immeuble avec 2 locaux à vélo. Devinez qui vient de tomber sur son ancien vélo dans le local qu'elle n'ouvre jamais et qu'il n'ose pas demander aux voisins à qui il appartient. The world is small, which is how in French you say, it's a small world. Today, it's been a year that I get myself stolen my bike. So there we are combining in grammar 2 of the things we've already spoken about today. The se faire plus an infinitive for the passive, yeah? And the fact that when you talk about something that is... So the ça fait phrase can be used in 2 ways. Ça fait plus present tense is I have been doing this for this period of time. So for example, if you said, I've been a French teacher for 14 years. Ça fait 14 ans que je suis prof de français. I know, I barely look old enough. I know, thank you, I know. So, ça fait un an que je me suis fait... So basically, ça fait... but in this case, it's ça fait plus a past tense. So when you have ça fait plus a past tense, it doesn't mean the same thing. It means... it's been a year since this thing happened and that action is finished. So the question you need to ask yourself is the action you're talking about still going? I've lived in London for several years. Ça fait, how long in this house? 5, 6. Ça fait 5 ans que j'habite à Londres. Ça fait 5 ans que j'habite à Londres. Ça fait 5 ans que j'habite ici. It's been 5 years since I've lived here. If you say... no, it's meaning it's been 5 years that I have lived here, meaning I am still here. Okay? In the sentence that you've got there, ça fait un an que, then the past tense, that would be like, it's been a year since I finished living here. Okay? So that would be different. So it's been a year since I had my bike stolen from the bike rack, the bike lockup, the bike shed, okay, of my building. Since then, I moved into a building with 2 bike lockups, bike sheds. Notice local is masculine and therefore comes locaux. We've talked about that, all right? Normal, normal. Guess who's just fallen on, in other words, come across? We could have used croiser, the verb we had earlier. His old bike, his former bike, in the bike shed that she doesn't open anymore, and that she doesn't dare ask to the neighbours to whom it belongs. So the grammar there would be appartenir à, belong to, yeah? Demander à, yeah? Can you see that? Demander au voisin. Oser, the verb to dare. How dare you? Comment tu oses? All right? So as we've seen today, you don't just copy, paste and translate these. You extrapolate the stuff you need. You practice with them. Great. If you found today useful, please do remember me on coffee. I would very much appreciate a coffee. Do not forget that all of my grammar is available in podcasts, vocabulary, one-to-one lessons and grammar, which are available if you send me an email, and they're much shorter and they're in the right order. Okay? I will speak to you guys very soon. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care.